But is there something to just kind of riding the emotions from winning the wild card, beating the Giants in that big series, to kind of coming here to Atlanta to allow things to get going early for you guys?
Yeah, that's the key to a series, is always try and get out and get the first one under your belt and score early, score as often as possible, and just hopefully ride the momentum from the past series like you were talking about.
In the middle, Alden.
Hey, Corey, how would you describe how amped Max Scherzer was after he recorded the final out against the Giants?
Yeah, that was pretty cool, to see that emotion come out like that from him. A guy who's kind of been there before, maybe not close, but been in situations like that, and to see that emotion, it makes you just as excited.
What has kind of struck you about being his teammate these last few weeks? What have you learned about him that maybe you didn't before?
I think he's just as advertised. He's straightforward. He lets you know how he feels. He lets you know when he's ready. And he's a gamer. He likes the ball. He likes to be out there. He likes to attack people. It's been fun to watch.
Next question. Straight in the back, JP.
Hey, Corey. You guys have had a lot of success in bullpen games this season. Is that something that you kind of had to come around to getting used to, this idea that it was a go-to strategy for winning games and not kind of a last resort like it often is for a lot of teams?
Yeah, it's definitely different, but that being our strength, it's only played to our advantage. We got some really good guys back there, and for them to be able to go out and throw the ball for 9 innings, it's definitely you give them full credit for it, to be able to do that, to be able to perform and then come back out the next night and throw back-to-back innings and back-to-back days and stuff like that. That's not easy to do, and for them to be able to do that all year and kind of carry us when we needed them, it's been huge.
Okay, far in the back, Dave.
Corey, last year when you guys played the Braves, there was no travel involved. How much of an adjustment has it been already in the beginning of the postseason to get back to going city to city rather than just staying in one spot?
Yeah, it definitely has affected you. It was kind of nice in that sense of the bubble, not having to leave and kind of being in one place, getting used to it. But it's just everybody has to go through it. You relearn how to do it. You get your rest on the plane. You try and sleep as much as possible and just be ready to go that night.
Okay, Andy.
Hey, Corey. When another team is running a bullpen game against you guys, do you ever get annoyed at the idea you only get one look at a pitcher per game?
Yeah, it's tough. Seeing a different arm, most of the time it's kind of back and forth. Most of the time you don't even see back-to-back lefties. It's definitely challenging. It's definitely nice seeing guys the second time and third time through if possible. So it's something you just got to adjust to and try and go out and compete.
Far left, Bill.
Yeah, Corey, there's so much emotion in San Francisco. How do you avoid, at least for this one game, how do you avoid an emotional letdown?
Emotional letdown? What do you mean?
Well, it's because the atmosphere is not going to be anything like it was in San Francisco here. The opponent isn't the same. It's a whole different thing.
I don't know if I agree with you. All the playoff games are emotional. You got to be able to contain them and use them at the same time. So we're going to go out there and try and have as much energy as possible and play good baseball.
Next question. Right there, Bill.
Yeah, Corey, we asked Kenley this the other day because there's so many significant players on this team, potential free agents, yourself, him, Kershaw, Scherzer. Is there any last dance quality to it, referring to the Bulls documentary?
I don't know if anybody thinks about that. Right now you're just in the moment. You're trying to figure out how to beat Max Fried tonight, stuff like that. So it's never about really looking forward. It's about today and how we win today, and we'll figure out how to win tomorrow and stuff like that.
Okay, anything else for Corey? All right, down here, Corey.
So how do you beat Max Fried?
That's a good question. I wish I had the answer to it. He's tough, especially when he's got his stuff. You just gotta battle with the big curveball. You try and keep the slider in the strike zone as much as possible and defend the heater, basically. When he's got all three of them working, though, he's a tough guy to beat.